basically keep this as a record, and then you can check this eventually if you are not able to understand anything. But take down the notes as much as you can so that it is good for quick reference. I'm going to share the screen now. Great. So are you able to see the screen? Okay, so it would be a to and fro Q&A. I'm going to ask some questions, and I'm definitely going to basically answer a lot of unanswered questions also, and then you can open up a question. So first of all, before I actually explore this topic, uh, I would want to hear it from anyone that what exactly is the metabolism. Maybe someone can explain in one or two words, whatever you feel, think. क्या होता है metabolism in general? Chat box में you can just type in into the chat box. और क्यों important है? Let's have this communication two-way first initially before I open up. Overall working of body, okay, rate at which our body uses energy, okay. Anything else? Great. So yeah, many times we hear that when we are doing counseling to our clients, we hear or we basically see some people who are obese or who are having a pear-shaped body. We say, "अरे यार, इसका तो metabolism थोड़ा slow होगा." Maybe you need a little bit of correction of metabolism. Maybe if you see some guy who's pretty slim, or maybe he's not that fat as what generally people are there who are basically coming to the gym to do exercise. हम लोग वो सोचते हैं कि यार इसका मेटाबॉलिज्म तो थोड़ा फास्ट है. For example, if we see that some people are referring directly to the metabolism, even though these people are not doing exercise, we assume that metabolism slow hai ya metabolism fast hai. Basically the answer is metabolism doesn't change. Metabolism remains the same. It is only the play between the catabolism and anabolism. So maybe I'll write down certain things. So I think someone have answered the answer correctly. It is the difference, or it is nothing but catabolism and anabolism. So now I'm not sure if you know what is catabolism and anabolism. If so, if you can just if the people who are not aware of anything, if they can just type in if you know what do you mean by catabolism and anabolism in the chat box. Whatever you feel, whatever you think, you can just share, because I want this chapter to be very clear, whoever are joining here, so that whenever you're dealing or talking with your clients, things will be much easy for you to explain them, and then eventually you would have a correct understanding of this word metabolism before you use it incorrectly in probably if you're doing some seminars, or maybe if you're talking to people. Okay, so if you do not have any answer, that's fine, because I'm not able to see any answers. Yeah, so as you mentioned, catabolism is muscle breaking down, and anabolism is the growth, that is muscle building. So see, metabolism doesn't slow down, neither metabolism rises. It is basically the difference of catabolism and anabolism. So if you are a coach and if you're speaking to जनरल मेंबर, अगर किसी का मेटाबॉलिज्म स्लो डाउन हुआ है, इसका मतलब एक्चुअली है उसका कैटाबॉलिज्म बड़ा है एंड एनाबॉलिज्म कम हुआ है एज के हिसाब से. मोस्टली व्हाट हैपेंस इज पोस्ट 35, पोस्ट 40, there are a lot of hormonal changes, especially when it comes to women, postmenopausal, or maybe if a woman, if she is not doing any kind of exercise, estrogen increases, and that is how it also carries forward the effect on getting her body more into catabolic state if she or he is not doing any exercise. And it is very unfortunate here in India, or maybe if people are not exposed to exercise, we typically do yoga, we typically do some walking, running, and we are women specifically, I'm talking about, are reluctant to lift the weights. And when they realize that the weightlifting is essential or important, they start the exercise by the age of 35. But by the age of 35, body is already into a catabolic state. And now, in order to get into an anabolic state, you need to have certain things. So this particular chapter would be basically to cover a few things. The most important part here is what are the things which you have to take care so that your metabolism, or rather I would say your anabolism, increases and your catabolism decreases. So there are a few things which I'm going to mention here. First most important part is the heart rate, because I'm going to actually speak something about your exercise. So when it comes to exercise, the first most important part, as a coach, you need to understand what is a client's heart rate even before starting any exercise. I'm going to give you a very simple methods actually, and if you jot down these points and if you are sticking to these points, I think things will be very pretty clear. And actually, you should save the time, and this would be a little more technical, which will actually help you to explain your client, and that can be a very good approach towards designing an exercise program for a client who are having such kind of issues. Like, I'm going to speak about thyroid also, because if body is getting more, if you see client who are obese and who are doing exercise but then they are not getting result, then you need to understand that there are certain blood checks to be done, like for example thyroid, and what is hypothyroidism, why people are eating so much but they are not able to put on the weight. All these things are there, which actually comes under the tree of metabolism. Now, the first most important part here is to take the resting heart rate of the client. So I'm going to write down certain things which you can mention, which you can jot down. Resting heart rate is taken. Resting heart rate is taken early morning. That is when your body is into a complete rest. If you have any questions, you can put that into the chat box so that I can basically answer those during this topic, because there are 2 3 topics and the lecture might go for 30 minutes. So maybe if you have any question, you can either put it in the chat box or you can keep it as a separate Q&A after finishing our lecture. Resting heart rate is taken early morning, and the resting heart rate increases with the age if you are not doing exercise. I will repeat this again. The RHR increases if you are not doing exercise. For example, the normal heart rate is 72. So if you are not doing anything, and if you are doing a regular exercise, but you are between, say, age of 25 and 35, not that young, not that old, but pretty okay, but you are doing just simple exercise like walking, running, or you might have encountered the heartbeat might be 72 or 80. Even while you're talking to me, or while you're actually listening to me, you can actually check your heart rate. You'll actually come to know. But if the heart rate is more than 72, then it is a little alarming sign, because your heart is functioning little faster to pump the blood to different parts of the body, including your brain. But if your heart rate is less than 72, that means your heart is taking less effort to pump the blood to the different parts of the body as well as to your brain. Remember one thing, your brain requires 15 to 16 times more blood in a faster rate to function it correctly. So the brain part comes first before the other body. So you have to understand there is a lots and lots of work to be done by your heart, and even heart is muscle, but heart is specifically mentioned as a smooth muscle. Okay, heart doesn't have those aberrations like typical muscles has. So this is a smooth muscle, it is a very clear muscle. Now the function of the heart is to pump the blood to different parts of the body, and the blood again comes back to the heart when it goes down, because basically calf's function is to pump the blood back to the heart. So ये प्रोसेस चलते रहता है अप नीचे ना। होता क्या है, अगर आप एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर रहे हैं, अगर आपका एक्टिविटी बिल्कुल ज़ीरो है, जैसे मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम जब भी प्रॉब्लम आता है हम लोग जिम में चले जाते हैं एक्सरसाइज करने के लिए, तो इस दौरान आपका हार्ट का फंक्शनिंग स्लो हो जाता है, वीक हो जाता है, क्योंकि हार्ट एट्रोपी हो जाता है, जिसको हम लोग बोलता है हार्ट का साइज कम हो जाना। हार्ट का साइज बढ़ना, उसको हम लोग साइंटिफिक लैंग्वेज में बोलते हैं हार्ट का हाइपोट्रॉफी होना। अगर हार्ट हाइपोट्रॉफी होता है और बॉडी में फैट परसेंटेज ज़्यादा हो, मतलब क्या है कि मेटाबॉलिकली एक्टिव टिश्यू जिसको हम लोग मसल बोलते हैं, वो परसेंटेज मसल का बॉडी में कम है। इसका मतलब एफर्ट टेकन बाय हार्ट to pump the blood to different muscles becomes higher, and that is why many times your heart fail, or you have issues with your stroke volume, or you have issues with your brain. So first you have to understand, when you are dealing to your client, please, like, if you are taking the exercise, first measure their heart rate, that is the resting heart rate. Now, I'm sure if you guys are coaches, you must understand this terminology, but I'll just take a small brief. That is basically mentioned as a cardiac output. Okay. So, what is cardiac output? Cardiac output is heart rate. That is heart rate per minute multiplied by stroke volume. सो स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम अभी मैंने बताया, मगर स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम अभी मैं आपको बताता हूँ एग्जैक्टली होता क्या है। एक मिनट में, इन 1 minute, हाउ मच ब्लड is pumped outside of the heart. Okay, so stroke volume. So for example, if I take an average figure, so average figure for women is around 4.8 liters per minute. For men, it is typically around 5 to 5.2 liters per minute. Now, this this quantity of the blood pumping out per minute is for ideal conditions. If you are an exercise individual, this might be more. If you are if you are not an exercise individual, then definitely it is going to be, this is a common, this is an average. So हम लोग को जितना हो सके उतना ज़्यादा ब्लड हार्ट से बाहर पुश करना है, कम रेट में, हार्ट को कम तकलीफ देके। और ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? एक्सरसाइज से पॉसिबल है। इससे कार्डियक आउटपुट बढ़ता है। ओके, मैं बहुत सिंपल लैंग्वेज में आपको अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। सो एज अ कोच यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट if the cardiac output is good, then your all functions are good. Why? I'll tell you. There are 10 different systems in the body. Okay, like for example, digestive system is there, endocrine system is there, reproductive system is there, that is basically related to your fertile system, नर्वस सिस्टम, सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम हम लोग बोलते हैं। ऐसे 10 टाइप के अलग अलग सिस्टम हैं जो एक दूसरे के साथ काम करते रहते हैं। आइडियल कंडीशन में भी ये सारे सिस्टम्स काम करते हैं, और ये आइडियल कंडीशन में इस सिस्टम को काम करने की इफिशिएंसी अगर हम लोग को बढ़ाना है, तो हमको कुछ चीज़ों का ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा, जो मैं आगे आपको स्लाइड्स में बताने वाला हूँ। बीएमआर, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं बेसल मेटाबॉलिक रेट, डेफिनेशन वाइज अगर देखे जाए तो उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं एबिलिटी ऑफ बॉडी टू बर्न कैलोरीज एट रेस्ट। नाउ व्हेन वी आर टेकिंग फूड फ्यूल एज अ सोर्स इन आवर बॉडी, हमको करना क्या है? हमको अंडरस्टैंड करना है मेटाबॉलिज्म। और अगर मैं मेटाबॉलिज्म का डेफिनेशन करूँ, इट इज़ अ प्रोसेस इन विच वॉट एवर कैलोरीज यू आर टेकिंग इन इज यूज्ड एज एन इफेक्टिव एनर्जी टू आवर बॉडी। सिंपल। सो अगर मैं खा रहा हूँ बहुत, और फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं 2000 कैलोरीज खा रहा हूँ दिन का, और मैं एक्सरसाइज इंडिविजुअल नहीं हूँ, मगर मैं बर्न कितना कर रहा हूँ? मैं कर रहा हूँ 1000, तो मेरा 1000 एक्चुअली डिपोजिशन में जा रहा है। तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि मेरी बॉडी ज़्यादा कैटाबॉलिक स्टेट में है, एनाबॉलिक स्टेट में नहीं है। समझ में आ रहा है? See, I'm going to take 2 or 3 pauses and just trying to understand the the concept which I'm trying to explain you, if you are able to understand. So maybe in the chat box, you can ask me any questions if you have. If if things are pretty fine which you are going, then I'll go ahead, because I don't want to give you too much of information and then understand nothing about it. If things are clear, just say okay. If you are able to not understand things, just let me know, because I'm actually making this live, and um, it is not a recorded video, so this will get recorded eventually. Okay, good. So मेटाबॉलिज्म बढ़ता नहीं है या मेटाबॉलिज्म कम नहीं होता है, कैटाबॉलिज्म बढ़ता है या एनाबॉलिज्म बढ़ता है, या कैटाबॉलिज्म कम होता है या एनाबॉलिज्म कम होता है, बेस्ड ऑन आवर एक्टिविटी। सो पहली बात ये सोचना या बताना या बोलना छोड़ दो कि मेरा मेटाबॉलिज्म स्लगिश हुआ है, या मेरा मेटाबॉलिज्म स्लो है, या मेरा मेटाबॉलिज्म फास्ट है। आपका मेटाबॉलिज्म फास्ट नहीं है, आपका एनाबॉलिज्म अच्छा है, कैटाबॉलिज्म पुअर है। अगर किसी का मेटाबॉलिज्म स्लो है, इसका मतलब है उसका एनाबॉलिज्म पुअर है, कैटाबॉलिज्म ज़्यादा है, उसका बॉडी ज़्यादा कैटाबॉलिक स्टेट में आ चुकी है। ठीक है। Metabolism is a terminology and catabolism anabolism is basically defining the metabolism. ठीक है, so ये basically मेरा first slide या first basically just to make you understand what the word terminology metabolism catabolism is. Now next is the most important form of understanding how this exercise patterns work. I'm going to give you two or three things, and then I'm going to come to the conclusion that how we can correct this. So I'm not sure if you're aware of RPE. Are you aware of RPE? It's called rate of perceived. One second. वही तो मैंने आपको one second. Sorry. See, Samir, I just mentioned that about catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism is breaking down of muscle cells. That is your body is breaking down. Okay, body is breaking down मतलब muscles atrophy हो रहे हैं आपके. Anabolism is growth. Your body is anabolic means your hair, your skin is looking better, feeling better. Your hair are not turning white. Your nails are pink. It is not white. Your skin is not sluggish. Uh, like you are feeling very active all throughout the day, and you are not tired and sitting in a corner of a room and just, you know, you understand what I say? Samira, if you are able to get it, just let me know. Okay. See, maybe I'll uh, just give you a small example. Uh, if you're staying on third floor, I'm not saying sixth floor, okay, in a society, and if you want to go your, अगर आपको आपके घर पे जाना है, आपको सेकंड फ्लोर थर्ड फ्लोर पे ही जाना है, मगर आपको लिफ्ट यूज करना है, तो आपकी डेफिनेटली बॉडी कैटाबॉलिक स्टेट में है। आप रहते हो फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे, सेकंड फ्लोर पे, मगर आपका दिल ही नहीं कर रहा कि मैं 2 स्टेप्स चढ़ के ऊपर जाऊँ। अरे 2 ही स्टेप चढ़ना है, 3 ही स्टेप चढ़ना है, 10वें माले पे नहीं जाना है। इसका मतलब क्या है कि आपकी बॉडी आपको वो 2 स्टेप्स, 2 माला चढ़ने का परमिशन ही नहीं दे रही है। इसका मतलब it is understood that your body is breaking down. Although if you are staying on sixth floor and you are not waiting for the lift and then immediately you are going up, that is also a good sign of your body being into an anabolic state. So ये छोटा छोटा चीज़ है जो आपको बेसिकली अंडरस्टैंड करना होगा क्लाइंट के साथ जब आप बात करते हो वन ऑन वन, या आप एक्चुअली, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल खाना खाने के लिए हम लोग बैठे हैं और सब कुछ ले लिया, सॉल्ट रह गया, और आपको, अरे यार सॉल्ट रह गया, फिर आप बोलेंगे जा रे पिंटू उठ के सॉल्ट है। अभी बच्चों के पास एनर्जी बहुत रहती है, हम लोग उठते नहीं, हम लोग एडवाइस देते हैं। इसका मतलब भी एक रीज़न है कि बॉडी आपकी भी ज़्यादा कैटाबॉलिक स्टेट में, आपको भूख लगी हुई है, आपको खाना खाना है। मगर अगर ऑन द कॉन्ट्री अगर आप लोग ये देखेंगे कि बच्चे कितने एनर्जेटिक होते हैं, एंड वाई, बिकॉज दे हैव दैट एनर्जी, दे हैव दैट, दे वांट टू प्ले अराउंड एंड दे आर ऑलवेज एनाबॉलिक। सो ये सारी चीज़ें जस्ट लाइक, जस्ट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड इन अ सिंपल लैंग्वेज, आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू मेक इट अंडरस्टैंड। ठीक है। नाउ दिस इज एक्सर्शन, exertion. I will come to that point, Lata. Uh, Overeating is again depending upon what is the condition of the body. For example, if you are overeating, that means the senses are not working, the signal going to the brain. There are again, yeah, there are a lot of hormonal changes. Now, how do you define overeating? There are people who are having multiple problems. They eat a lot, but they are, अगर उनके पास देखो तो पता ही नहीं चलता कि आप आपने खाना कितना खाया है। एक दूसरा स्टेज होता है कि जो ओबीज लोग होते हैं, जो फैट होते हैं, सिर्फ खाना खाते रहते हैं, उनको कंट्रोल नहीं होता है कि नहीं 2 चपाती और दो, 3 चपाती और दो। तो इसको हम लोग ओवर ईटिंग बोलेंगे। अतः जब ओवर ईटिंग आप करते हो तो डेफिनेटली आपके पास देख के पता चलता है कि आप ज़्यादा बॉडी कैटाबॉलिक स्टेट में है। मगर अगर जो हेल्दी इंडिविजुअल है, जो अच्छा कैलोरी बर्न कर रहा है, अच्छा एक्सरसाइज कर रहा है, और वो अगर ओवर ईट कर रहा है तो पता नहीं चलेगा। एज फैक्टर भी आ जाता है उसमें। फॉर एग्जांपल थायराइड भी एक कंडीशन है जहाँ पे ओवर ईटिंग करते हैं, मगर हाइपोथायरॉयडिज्म होने की वजह से पता नहीं चलता कि आप खाना कितना खा रहे हो। तो कंडीशन के बेसिस के ऊपर सारी चीज़ रहेगी। तो ओवर ईटिंग में, जैसे मैंने बोला कि ओवर ईटिंग डायरेक्टली कैटाबॉलिक स्टेट के साथ रिलेट नहीं होता है, ओवर ईटिंग कंडीशन के साथ रिलेट होता है। अगर आप खाना ज़्यादा खा रहे हो मगर आप सारी चीज़, आपका आपका बॉडी वेट देखो, there is a strength to body weight ratio. If you are able to carry your own body weight very in a very healthy way, and if you're not getting tired, then the weight is not a criteria at all. So आप खाना ओवर ईट करो या कुछ भी करो, अभी just I'll extend this talk on this so that you will have more clarity. uh, if you're age of 20-25 and there is a rainy season going and you want to eat bhaji, okay, you want to eat something very spicy, and you are at the age of 20-25, I'm sure you must be able to have 3 or 4 vada pavs, 5 or 6 bhaji plate very easily. But at given condition, if you are 40-45 and if you have so much of food to eat in front of you, would you eat that? It is highly impossible, right? So this is understanding that if my body is ready to take the food which I am able to digest at the age of 20, when my digestive system is working really nice, that means I'm not doing an overeating. But if I'm actually eating that at this age when I'm 40-45 and the next day my digestive system is screwed up, then definitely that is an overeating. I hope you got the answer, Lata. So this is, I'm coming to RP. That's a little technical term. See, you have a kind of a scale. Uh, okay, so now I'm just not mentioning all the numbers here, but just trying to keep it very simple. So you basically have a scale of 1 to 10, okay? And you, this is basically for the assessment of your clients. So what happens in this is there are 3 to 4 stages. Okay, now um, when you are assessing, one second, किसी का, just keep it on the mute. Huh? Yeah, sorry. If your activity at your home, whatever your activity is there, if you are able to do that activity without any stress pressure, आप जब जब घर पे काम कर रहे हो, जो कुछ भी आपका घर का काम रहेगा, मगर आप एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर रहे हो, then you are basically and not getting tired, then you are basically between this zone. ठीक है? So this is between 1 to 3. You're you're doing your घर का activity. Yeah, I'll come to that point little later in the chat box. You're doing your activity, and as well as you're doing walking, yoga, running, कुछ भी activity आप कर रहे हो. So that basically comes under the zone of 3 to 5. Now, I'll come to this point why it is important. Now you're not doing any activity in home, but you're doing a very good exercise. Like हफ्ते में 3 दिन आप जिम में जाते हो, एक्सरसाइज करते हो, तो आपका बिटवीन 5 to 8 का टिपिकल जोन रहता है. And if you're an athlete and you're doing it at the competitive level, or maybe if you're uh, doing competition, this is done while doing a counseling, then you need to give some zones to your clients, so that basically when you design the program for them to correct all these things, you will actually understand where to place them when they start their workout. Now, to improve metabolism, or I would say rather to improve the anabolism, 2 things are required. One is called activity and another is called exercise. So if you are missing any of this activity, say for if you are missing any one of this, say for example, if you're doing an exercise, but if you're not doing the activity, then you're missing something. And if you're doing an activity like in a zone of one is to three, but you're not doing exercise, then things are again little uh, what do you call little difficult for you to understand how to have a correct ratio of your catabolism and anabolism. When I'm doing a good activity and an exercise, I am typically between this zone. Sorry, one second. And I can easily say that I, my body has much better metabolic rate, and I'm able to digest the food and take care of things, and slowly I can go to the higher level. So, uh, first is to understand the heart rate, this part. Second is to diagnose the client or the people to whomever you're talking on RPE and understanding their activity, because many people what they do is they would do only household work but they will not do an exercise, and some people will do only exercise but they will not do the activity. You need to have a combination of both in order to get your body into a good anabolic state. I hope you are able to understand this. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I'll take this question, one more question, which was asked. Sometimes, if it's also observed that in spite of eating less or having moderate diet, weight increases. Uh, See, when you're doing an exercise, so when you're just doing dieting, but if you're not doing exercise, that means what you're doing, you're just having a control on the calorie intake. Okay, but the function of muscle if you are not able to grow it, you are going to lose it, right? So you need to understand that if you are doing an exercise, that means your body is getting anabolic, which I just explained earlier in my lecture. And when your body is getting anabolic, that means all your systems are working pretty fine and you are able to digest the food, and then you can lose the weight. Because when you are losing the weight, that means what is happening is you're improving the muscle tone, you're improving the muscle, you're increasing the muscle, and when you're increasing the muscle, you're losing weight. That is why what happens is many time you control everything on the diet, that is you cut down on the diet but you don't do exercise, but then you can see those people lose the tone of the skin, those people lose the charm on the face, those people basically have um, like a sluggish skin. You can understand the tone of the skin when you see them. These people, irrespective of what they do, they look old. So I would suggest you that eating less is not a solution. Cutting down the calories also not a solution. You need to exercise, and the frequency of exercise I'm going to mention after this slide, which is very important, which is a minimal frequency which you need to have if you are actually trying to uh, correct the anabolic state of your client. Ectomorph, who find it difficult to gain muscle? Yeah. uh, See, again, endomorph, ectomorph, and mesomorph, I'll come to that point a little later, but these are the conditions of the body. And if you're ectomorph, that is basically if you're having a slimmer structure, you need to understand that uh, you need to calculate the calorie which you're burning and calculate the calorie which you're eating. Uh, as a ballpoint figure, I would give you certain things here. How much calorie you should take in. So whatever your body weight is there. Say for example, if you're not doing any activity. So for example, if your body weight is 80 kilos, okay. So you just have to convert that into pounds. 80 kg is what, 160 pounds, 100 and yeah, around 115, 1500 to 1600 pounds. Sorry, 150 pounds multiplied by the number 10. So I'll write down here calorie measure for non-working individual is body weight in lbs into 10. Say, for example, if your body weight is 70 kilo, so that's around 140 lbs into 10, which is 1400 calorie. So that's the kind of a intake. 1400 calories your intake per day. Now, how much do you expand in this is also important when it comes to correction of your anabolism and catabolism. For example, you are having your breakfast, four eggs, three eggs, then you are including one small bhakri, and then you are having some salad. And if you multiply these numbers, eggs, for example, whatever the calories, 80 calories, 60 calories, and if you are having almonds with that, and if you are taking, say, around 300 to 400 calories in breakfast, some XYZ calories in the lunch, and some XYZ calories in the dinner, if this calorie match, mark my words, if this calorie match, then you are not going to lose any weight. Neither you are going to gain it any. So in the case of ectomorph, or if the in the case of the people who are slim, you need to understand that your calorie intake has to be more, and if your expansion is the same. So if you are burning out, say for example, if you're doing high intensity training program, HITT training program, or kettlebells, or maybe strength training, you also need to measure how much calories you are burning. And that is not a big deal. I mean, you just have to follow certain protocols, and of course those numbers are not really to the mark. मगर 100-200 कैलोरी इधर उधर आप अज्यूम करके चलो. फॉर एग्जांपल आप आधा 30 मिनट्स रनिंग करने के लिए जाते हो, तो यू टिपिकली बर्न अराउंड 400 कैलोरीज, बॉल पॉइंट फिगर, ठीक है. इफ यू आर रनिंग वेरी इंटेंस, यू आर बर्निंग मे बी 600-500 कैलोरीज. सो उस हिसाब से आपको कैलकुलेशन करना है. अभी आप बोलेंगे कि मैं 10 केटलबेल स्विंग करता हूँ तो मैं कैलोरी कितना बर्न करता हूँ, तो वैसे नहीं होता है वो. आपको आवर्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द ट्रेनिंग को you have to take both the things into consideration and then calculate the calories which you are burning per day apart from your activity or at home. Okay, एक्सरसाइज एक्टिविटी में टिपिकली अगर आप मीडियम इंटेंसिटी की एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हो तो बॉल पॉइंट फिगर इज अराउंड 600 to 700 कैलोरीज आप बर्न करते हो 1 घंटे में, ठीक है. मगर आपका घर का जो एक्टिविटी रहता है, कुछ भी एक्टिविटी हो आपका, जैसे बर्तन मांजना है, आप झाड़ू पोछा करना है, XYZ, अगर आप करते रहेंगे, लॉकडाउन में काफ़ी लोगों ने किया, तो वहाँ पे आप 300-400 कैलोरीज आप ऐड कर सकते हो. तो इसी हिसाब से आपका 1000 कैलोरीज वहाँ पे बर्न होता है. सोते हो फिर भी आपका कैलोरी बर्न होता है, तो वो भी काउंट किया जाता है क्योंकि 24 आवर्स का टाइम होता है वो. समझ में आ रहा है संदीप? में बहुत डिटेल में जाके आपको एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. तो अगर आप एक्टोमॉर्फ में मसल बिल्डिंग करना चाहते हो तो आपको एंड्योरेंस एक्टिविटी के साथ स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग भी करना होगा, जो आपका एक्टोमॉर्फ से थोड़ा सा बॉडी पुट ऑन, वेट पुट ऑन करने के लिए आपको हेल्प करेगा, क्योंकि आपका कैलोरी इंटेक बढ़ेगा, आपका फैट इंटेक बढ़ना चाहिए. मुझे पता नहीं आप डाइट न्यूट्रिशन क्या लेते हो, मगर मे बी यू वांट टू privately message me and ask me all these questions. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just kind of remove this slide and just you know come to some few last. So अगर आपने फोटो वोटो लेना है तो ले लो, या मैं इसको निकालता हूँ. Okay. Okay. So exercise, uh, food intake, and sleep. So food intake is basically nothing but your calorie, protein, fat, and carbs. So again, you have to calculate, because protein, fat, and carbs will give you uh, the total calorie intake of whatever food you're taking. Sleep pattern, many people have a disturbed sleep pattern, and exercise schedule. So the first thing, exercise would be working out only. Say this basically goes down to the people who are basically coming down for a general counseling for you guys. And if you want to plan the activity, minimal activity for them, because when we are talking about correction of metabolism, we are basically talking about correction of anabolism, so that your body doesn't break down more. Then when it comes to food intake or the diet nutrition, I'm going to come to that point. Exercise would be 30 minutes per day or 3 to 3.5 hours per week. Okay. uh, there is no other solution, but you have to exercise, or you have to exercise matlab you have to insist for the people to exercise. And that exercise might be any activity, walking, running initially, and maybe they can start off with some basic movements with body weight training or some your weekly group classes. But going to the further extent, you can also measure the calorie expenditure in the group class. Okay, so based on the activity what you're doing for 1 hour average, you can just try to calories. For example, if you're doing squat, how many squat you're doing per minute. Based on that, you can measure the calorie expenditure. uh, Food intake, see, there are a couple of things in this, and the nutrition part is very important. Again, I won't be able to cover, there is a lot of things in this. There are certain foods which basically helps to improve the metabolism, or rather helps to improve the anabolism. I'll give you certain food pointers here, but personally, what I feel is uh, detox nutrition. Again, detox nutrition is basically resetting the complete system of the body. Now, typical Indian diet, this is a very key and important point based on my experience. Every person attending this would have a different opinion on this, and I'm pretty welcoming this, welcoming your opinion. But personally, what I feel is I'm going to share here. Detox nutrition is basically cleansing the system, and this basically goes for only 30 days, max to max 45 days. Okay, now what do? Is you remove uh, almost 100% gluten from nutrition. ठीक है, 100% ग्लूटेन फ्रॉम न्यूट्रिशन इज 100%, मतलब टिपिकली इंडियन डाइट में आपने देखा है कि चपाती तो रहता ही रहता है, राइस तो रहता ही रहता है, और भाकरी तो रहता ही रहता है आपके न्यूट्रिशन में। तो 30 डेज के बाद आपको जो न्यूट्रिशन खाना है खा सकते हैं, जहाँ पे आप सप्लीमेंट्स भी ऐड कर सकते हैं। मगर मेरा ऐसा मानना है या अंडरस्टैंड है कि आप मिनिमम 30 डेज के लिए क्लाइंट्स को किसी भी सप्लीमेंट्स देने की कोशिश मत करो। ये ऐसा मेरा मानना है, हर एक का थिंकिंग चॉइस अलग है। अगर आप मेरे पास आते हो काउंसलिंग करने के लिए, तो मैं तो कभी न्यूट्रिशन सप्लीमेंटेशन इनिशियली, जब तक कि सामने वाला कोई पूछता नहीं, तब तक मैं सजेस्ट करता नहीं हूँ, क्योंकि आई बिलीव इन साइंस। But the industry revolves around the business of nutrition. Okay, whatever that nutrition may be. Initially, for 30 days, go under detox plan and add some small IM, that is intermittent fasting, for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, because you're detoxifying, or you're basically cleansing up the system, but by eating it and adding the exercise plans in that. So gluten free में होता क्या है, आपको मैक्सिमम न्यूट्रिशन जो रखना है वो फ्रूट बेस्ड, लीन प्रोटीन बेस्ड रखना है। वेजिटेबल्स रहेंगे तो चलेगा। वेजिटेरियन में पनीर वगैरह बेसिकली ज़्यादा यूज़ नहीं करते, मगर ऑप्शन ज़्यादा नहीं है जो वेजिटेरियन लोग हैं उनके लिए, तो आप पनीर भी खा सकते हो, मिल्क मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स ऐड कर सकते हो जो प्रोटीन आपको देगा। मगर लीन प्रोटीन, जैसे एग्स हो गया, लीन प्रोटीन में चिकन हो गया, फिश हो गया, एंड डेफिनेटली एग्स हो गया। आप प्रोटीन कम नहीं कर सकते या प्रोटीन को निकाल नहीं सकते, मगर प्रोटीन को सप्लीमेंट के फॉर्म में कुछ दिन के लिए ले भी नहीं सकते। ऐसा मेरा सोचना है, हर एक का सोच अलग है। मेरा यहाँ पे इंसिस्ट, बीइंग अ पर्सनल कोच एंड एक्सरसाइज स्पेशलिस्ट, आई वुड इंसिस्ट यू टू गेट ऑन द क्लाइंट्स टू exercise more first 15 days, 20 days. uh, Cut down the dinner plan. You can see a significant shift in the body weight. Your body fat will start dropping. Your कैलोरी इंटेक जैसे ही आप कम करते हो, एक्सपेंशन एक्सरसाइज का बढ़ाते हो, आपका ऑटोमेटिकली बॉडी वेट कम होने लगता है। नाउ दिस इज अ नेचुरल अप्रोच, एंड इवन योर बॉडी गेट्स इनटू लिटिल एनाबॉलिक मोड। ओके, सो मैं यहाँ नहीं बोलूँगा कि आपका मेटाबॉलिज्म बढ़ता है, आपका एनाबॉलिज्म बढ़ने की कोशिश होती है थोड़े हल्के सी। और आप जब लीन प्रोटीन ऐड करते हो डाइट में, न्यूट्रिशन में, एक्सरसाइज ऐड करते हो, तो यू कैन सी द चेंजेस इन योर बॉडी ऑटोमेटिकली। कॉम्प्लेक्शन में पता चलता है, आपके स्किन के कॉम्प्लेक्शन में पता चलता है, कोई भी हो, आपके हाथों का स्किन हो, नेल्स हो, हेयर्स हो या बॉडी हो आपका जैसा फेस हो, तो ये चीज़ आपको इमीडिएटली पता चलता है within 1 month. And then after 1 month, when your things get set, then you can add on your nutrition with supplementation. Now what will happen is when you add this supplementation program, whatever the supplementation is, maybe it might be protein, vitamin C, vitamin E, minerals, zinc, iron, very important. And now this can be also taken from the food, but also can be taken from the tablets. ये सारा चीज़ आप धीरे धीरे जब ऐड करते हो तो एक छोटा सा बूस्ट मिलता है क्लाइंट को भी सोच में, दिमाग, मतलब बेसिकली दे आल्सो आर प्रीटी हैप्पी दैट ओके दिस पर्टिकुलर गाय और गर्ल इज नॉट रिकमेंडिंग मी सप्लीमेंटेशन ऑन द डे 1, maybe but on the day 20th they are adding. So so this is my call on the nutrition. We can have Q&A on this, and the third part is sleep. So sleep, critical, crucial. I would suggest you to have see, everyone has a sleeping pattern of around 6 to 8 hours per day. uh, Average it out to 7 hours per day, and if possible you can add 30 minutes sleep. ये आपको थोड़ा सा ऐड करना होगा आपके क्लाइंट्स के लिए. So 30 minutes is a power nap. Now this will also reset your body when you rest. See, you need to understand, when your body rest, system चालू है, मगर system rest condition में चालू है, the signal which goes to the brain, your body is very relaxed, and digestive system improves, your central nervous system, you become more aware of things. So this is a typical thing. If you add them, I think the correction of the anabolism and catabolism can take place to a farther extent, personally what I feel. I have certain more things, but we are also having some time constraint, so you can we can open on Q and A's if you have anything to ask specifically on metabolism. uh, After finishing this lecture, I will cover certain things on like strength to body weight ratio कितना important है. मैं यहाँ पे लिख के रखता हूँ ताकि हम लोग भूल नहीं जाए. या यू कैन फूड में जैसे छोटी छोटी चीज़ें, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आप अगर सिनेमन लेते हो, मुझे पता नहीं सिनेमन लेते हो क्या नहीं, मगर सिनेमन जिसको हम लोग दालचीनी बोलते हैं, one of the best ingredients to add in your tea. Ginger, चिली पेपर, नॉट इन टी बट चिली पेपर आप खा सकते हो, मगर जिंजर आप चाय में ऐड कर सकते हो. ये जैसे छोटी चीज़ है, जैसे डेफिनेटली प्रोटीन के बारे में तो मैंने आपको बताया, मगर ये ऊपर की जो छोटी चीज़ें आप ऐड करके थोड़ा सा हेल्प कर सकते हो आपके बॉडी को एनाबॉलिक स्टेट पर लेके आने के लिए. See, again, there is a lot of what do you call carbohydrate, what do you call intake debate. Okay, so there is a carb cycling. There are people who are following ketogenic diet. There are people who are vegan, and there are people who are basically having a paleo diet also, जो basically hunter gatherer डाइट है. सो ये बहुत सारा न्यूट्रिशन प्लान डाइट वगैरह सब कुछ है. मेरे हिसाब से मेरा मानना ये है कि आपको आपके सिस्टम के ऊपर बेस्ड है. मेरे हिसाब से अगर आप एक अच्छा एक्सरसाइज प्लान खुद के लिए रखते हो, तो टिपिकली आपका कार्ब्स, फैट, प्रोटीन में, सी नाउ विद द एज, फॉर एग्जांपल 40-45, इसको थोड़ा चैलेंज होता है, बिकॉज दिस डायरेक्टली गेट्स कन्वर्टेड इनटू ग्लूकोज डाइजेशन के लिए. प्रोटीन फास्ट डाइजेस्टिंग हो सकता है अगर आप अच्छा नींद कर रहे हो, तो प्रोटीन का मात्रा आपका मोर देन 40% होना ज़रूरी है, अराउंड 40% होना ज़रूरी है. कार्ब्स आप 20% to 30% रख सकते हो अगर आपको बॉडी वेट मेंटेन करना है. तो अगर आपको बॉडी वेट बढ़ाना है, तो जैसे समीर है, एक्टोमॉर्फ है, उनको अगर बढ़ाना है तो कार्ब्स तीनों मील में लेना ज़रूरी है। अगर आपको लगता रहेगा कि आपको बॉडी वेट कम करना है तो आपको कार्ब्स, देखो, irrespective of what is your training time, your body switches to the digestive, your body get into a digestive system mode more, the blood rushes more into digestive system post 6 p.m. 7 p.m. सो अगर आपका वर्कआउट शाम को भी रहेगा तो भी बॉडी का काम है शाम को खाना खाया है जो पचाना है, ठीक है। इसीलिए आप देखो टिपिकली वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में डिनर टाइम 5:30-6 बजे होता है, उसके बाद आप कुछ खाते नहीं और रात को 10 बजे वो सो जाते हैं। हम लोग खाते ही 10 बजे हैं। जब डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम काम करना चालू करता है उसके बाद खाना काम चालू करते हैं। सो this is very difficult for you to manage. So based on your uh, lifestyle, uh, alter your carbohydrates. Fat percentage has to be around 30%. Okay, so this is what we miss, and fat can actually help you to reduce the body fat, uh, honestly speaking. मगर फैट कौन सा खाना है, सैचुरेटेड खाना है, अनसैचुरेटेड खाना है, मतलब कौन सा फैट खाना है, एक बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क है जो दूसरा चैप्टर है। मतलब मगर फैट का परसेंटेज आपका 30% होना ज़रूरी है। The first takeaway would be basically to get onto a coconut oil. It's a it's a very good fat. So uh, extra virgin olive oil is also very good. Um, so so these are the fat content, and fat content, if you are following ketogenic diet where you are basically trying to lose more weight, then your fat content goes significantly high, more than 40%, because everything is basically fat based. And if you are following some regular nutrition plan, then you can cut down to 20 to 30% based on your fitness activity. Are you guys with me, or so गए? So yeah, I hope you are able to understand things. Good. Typically, who are people who are doing exercise, and like even in my training program, the people basically face a lot of challenge on this part. This People start and stop a lot of, दौड़ने जाएंगे, नी में दुख रहा है, इधर दुख रहा है, उधर दुख रहा है, and they want to lose weight. स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग कर रहा है, लोअर बैक पे पेन है, इधर पेन है, उधर पेन है, ये सब कुछ चलते रहता है और ये सब कुछ चलेगा हमेशा, क्योंकि एक्सरसाइज का एक्सपोजर हमको बहुत लेट मिला है लाइफ में, राइट। पीपल आर just keep the video of yeah, so exercise का एक्सपोजर काफ़ी लेट मिला है हमको। So uh, out of these three things, I would insist you to basically emphasize your clients to exercise more. Rest of the things can come, it will be automatically followed. क्या बोल रहे, how metabolism works when it's plateau of what, plateau of exercise or plateau of losing weight, क्या, वो तो क्वेश्चन आधा है। See, when the client is not losing weight, then you have to diagnose what is the problem. See, what happens is, like I mentioned, there are only three things here. So, exercise is one of the definitely is one of the cause. If your exercise is if you're doing an exercise, if your client is doing an exercise, that means the plateau is not in losing weight, the plateau is in the exercise. See, when you're building muscle, आप जब मसल बिल्ड करते हो एक्सरसाइज करते समय, तो योर बॉडी रिस्पॉन्ड्स by having food hunger every 2 hours. Let me know in the chat box that if you're doing exercise regularly, you are getting hungry every couple of hours. In the chat box, yes or no? If no, then I will actually mark the problem immediately. So if you are hungry, that means what? You are body is into anabolic state. Simple. पर अगर आप एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हो, सब कुछ सही चल रहा है, मगर आपका वजन कम नहीं हो रहा है, तो आपको जब आप काउंसलिंग करते हो, बात करते हो लोगों से, तो आपको पूछना है कि आपको हंगर प्रैंक्स कब आते हैं, कब भूख लगती है, आप कितना खाना खाते हो। मैंने आपको तो डाइट दिया हुआ है, आप उनके साथ तो 24 घंटे रहते नहीं है। सो आपको अंडरस्टैंड करना है कि आपका हंगर प्रैंक्स नहीं है, आपको भूख नहीं लग रही है, दैट मीन्स डेफिनेटली बॉडी इज इनटू कैटाबॉलिक स्टेट, वजन कम नहीं होगा। इसका मतलब है आपको दो चीज़ के ऊपर ध्यान देना है। पहला एक्सरसाइज, दूसरा स्लीप। स्लीप का भी इशू ऐसा है, इफ़ यू हैव स्ट्रेस then you will not be able to sleep, and if you are not able to sleep, your body will not grow. That means your body will not get into an anabolic state. As simple as that. So if your client is not losing weight, then the counseling is the best solution. And in counseling there are a couple of questions which I mentioned. Hunger, if they're hungry and then still not losing weight, then it gets to a little technical part. That means you need to do some blood test and you have to check the thyroid, बिकॉज थायराइड का फंक्शन अगर काम नहीं कर रहा है, तो इसका मतलब आप एक तो वेट गेन कर रहे हो स्लोली स्लोली, या वेट लूज कर रहे हो स्लोली स्लोली। वेट लूज नहीं करना है, मगर आप वेट लूज कर रहे हो, फिर भी थायराइड का प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है। और आप वेट गेन कर रहे हो, एक्सरसाइज भी चल रहा है, तो भी थायराइड का प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है। तो ये दो तीन मार्कर्स पॉइंटर्स इंपॉर्टेंट है आपको क्लाइंट्स को आ, बताने के लिए, पूछने के लिए। ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है? Yeah, any more questions? Okay, last but not the least, I'll cover one more important thing. See, uh, this is a like a what you call, not a hmm, matlab every person will have their own perspective. Being into coaching industry for so long time, personally I have certain perspective. So see, if your body weight is not dropping, if you are losing, if you are not losing weight, okay, but you are equally having a good amount of strength. So at times you do not have to get worried too much. Okay, say for example, if your body weight is 80 kilo, first of all, uh, again this would be a little not a contradictory statement, but if you want I can prove this. Height to weight ratio. So for example, बंदे का हाइट है 5 फुट 10 इंच, ठीक है, और उसका वेट है 85 kg, मगर तुम्हारा स्केल बताता है 5 फुट 10 इंच के लिए आपको 75 kg वेट चाहिए भाई, आप 10 kg ज़्यादा हो। हाउ मेनी पीपल हियर आर डूइंग दिस काउंसलिंग? बी ऑनेस्ट एंड टेल मी इन द चैट बॉक्स। यहाँ पे कोई नहीं है, आप बता सकते हो। गलत बात नहीं है, सही बात है, मगर बताओ। चैट बॉक्स, यस नो, देखते क्या नहीं? नहीं, जनरल जनरल क्लाइंट, बॉडी बिल्डर छोड़ ही दो, बॉडी बिल्डर तो स्पोर्ट्स हो गया. Yeah, you do that, no? Okay. Now, why do we do that? Who has given you this? किसने दिया है आपको ये चार्ट? और ये चार्ट के पीछे क्या साइंस है? आपने इसको जानने की कोशिश की है? आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ, या सारे जो लोग यहाँ पे, इनसे पूछने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. ये 5 फुट 10 इंच का सिस्टम जो 85 kg के साथ है, 5 फुट 10 इंच का सिस्टम 75 kg के साथ है, क्या सिस्टम है ये? आप करते हो, ठीक है, मानता हूँ मैं, ये सही है. आइडियल बॉडी वेट. आइडियल किसने बोला आपको? आइडियल, आइडियल किसने बोला? Okay, see, I'll tell you, I'll not drag too much these things, although I can drag it for an hour another. See, ये systems जो सेट किए हुए हैं ना, ये इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने सेट किए हुए हैं. एंड ऑल दिस इज हैपेंड इन द वर्ल्ड्स बिगेस्ट मार्केटिंग, वर्ल्ड्स बिगेस्ट जो सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग में एक्सपर्ट कंट्री है, वो है यूएसए. जो कुछ भी यूएस में होता है वो पूरे वर्ल्ड में चले जाता है, ठीक है. वहाँ की इंश्योरेंस कंपनी, वहाँ पे लोग बहुत सोचते हैं, इसीलिए तो वन ऑफ द पावरफुल कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड है. हम लोग सोचते ही नहीं है, और फिर भी हम लोग सुपर पावर होने वाले हैं अभी कुछ दिन के बाद. कहने का ये मतलब है कि ये मार्कर ले लो आप, मैं मार्कर के अगेंस्ट नहीं हूँ, मगर मार्कर के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट मत रहो, क्योंकि ये मार्कर भी इंसान ने बनाए हुए हैं. 75 85, 5 फुट 10 इंच, 10 kg ज़्यादा है, तुमको हार्ट अटैक आ जाएगा, या वट एवर, ABCD वट एवर इट इज़. ये मार्कर इंपॉर्टेंट है, मगर पर्सनली मैंने तो लास्ट 20 ईयर से या 15 ईयर से, जब से मैं ट्रेनिंग दे रहा हूँ, मैंने किसी को, मेरे स्टूडेंट्स को, क्लाइंट को बॉडी वजन स्केल के ऊपर जाने के लिए बोला ही नहीं, और ना मैं कभी गया हूँ. ये सिस्टम बनाया है इंश्योरेंस कंपनी वालों ने, क्योंकि जब इंश्योरेंस बेचते हैं हम लोग, इंश्योरेंस, तो इंश्योरेंस बेचने के लिए कुछ मार्कर चाहिए, और ये मार्कर है कि आप 10 kg ज़्यादा है, आप इंश्योरेंस करवा लो, नहीं तो आपको कुछ ना कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम होगा. तो ये इस हिसाब से इंश्योरेंस बेचा जाता है, और ये सिस्टम सेट है, ऊपर से चलते आ रहा है वो. अभी ये सिस्टम, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि आप चेंज करो, ये आप रखो आपके क्लाइंट के लिए, मगर ये सिस्टम के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट मत रहो. कौन सा सिस्टम है जिसको मैं साइंस का सिस्टम बोलता हूँ? वो है ये. अगर आपका खुद का बॉडी वेट आप केयरफुली ऑल थ्रू आउट द 24 आवर्स अ डे अच्छी तरह कैरी कर सकते हो, बॉडी आपकी बहुत अच्छी एनाबॉलिक स्टेट में है, and it is able to, you are able to perform all the activities to its best, huh? Whatever that activity might be, whatever, climbing the 10th story, not calling the lift, डोरबेल बजता है आप उठते हो, सॉल्ट लेना है आप उठते हो, जो कुछ भी आपको काम पड़े वो आप काम करते हो, आपको चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ये नीचे की सिस्टम की, जो मैंने नीचे लिखा हुआ है, ये वाला, ठीक है. सो कहने का ये मतलब है, ये आपको काउंसलिंग में रखना है, जो मैं आपको आज के दिन का टेक अवे दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है. आपका बॉडी वेट कितना, जो 80 kg है, और आप 80 kg अच्छी तरह कैरी कर सकते हो, मगर मेरे को आइडियल वेट 75 चाहिए, मेरे को किसी ने बोला है 75 चाहिए, और ये एक्टिविटी सही है, तो आपको ये अंडरस्टैंड होना है कि द क्लाइंट इज हेल्दी, इज फाइन, chill. Many times you don't lose weight, and you do not have to get to that point where you are actually losing weight, because what will happen is, if you try to lose weight crossing the science, प्रॉब्लम्स आ जाएंगे. देयर माइट बी इम्यून सिस्टम प्रॉब्लम, देयर माइट बी psychological problem, there might be physiological problem, anything might be there because certain things are set. Okay, are you able to understand? If you have any cross statement, you can please mention that into the chat box. Like I mentioned, every system, every coach, every person, every business has their own perspective of looking towards the business because we are here to do the business. But when it comes to science, you can't change. It's a law, right? You cannot change the law. And if I'm able to carry my own body weight comfortably, super cool, no problem. I will not stand on the weighing scale no matter what happens to me. It doesn't matter for me because I'm fine, right? मगर ये बैक ऑफ द माइंड रहना चाहिए क्योंकि मेरे पास आई हैव बीन टू मोर देन 20 countries. I have whole lot of experience as far as sports is concerned because I have seen people who are weighing 100 kg, 120 kg, इतना बड़ा पेट है. मतलब आप केटल बेल उसके ऊपर रखा है क्या, उसके ऊपर पेट के ऊपर प्लेट रख के खाना भी खा सकते हो, इतना बड़ा. मगर बंदा 32-32 kg उठा रहा है. भाई हम जब काउंसलिंग करते जाके बात करते क्या चल रहा है, आप कैसे मैनेज करते हो, आई ओके, आई डू गुड स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग, मगर पेट बड़ा है. तो कहना क्या है कि वो बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर नहीं है. ये आपको बैक ऑफ द माइंड होना चाहिए. उसके और भी कुछ पॉइंटर्स है जो आई थिंक आई कवर दैट इन मे बी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. वी आर already crossed the time, but I am hoping you have learned a lot of things here, yes or no? And if you have any questions, please ask me about this. In the chat box, please. Or maybe if you want to just unmute yourself and speak fast so that we can wind up. If you have excess amounts of fats in body, वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, वो अच्छा नहीं है ना. अमाउंट, एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ फैट, एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ फैट्स को आपको मेजर करना है ना. एक्सेस अमाउंट फैट ज्यादा रहेगा तो बंदा बैठे हुआ है, उसको बोलेगा यार तेरा नंबर आया, आता हूँ रुक यार आ रहा हूँ, वो आराम से उठेगा. तो समझ में आना चाहिए ना कि बॉडी मेटाबॉलिकली एक्टिव नहीं है, वो नहीं चाहिए अपने को एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ फैट्स. अगर एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ मसल रहेगा तो बॉडी तो आराम से मैनेज कर सकते हो ना आप. समझ में आ रहा है? लास्ट पॉइंट क्यूरियस अबाउट. ठीक है, मेरे 20 कंट्री का क्या एक्सपीरियंस है ये आपको समझ में नहीं आया. आप yeah, I mean you say that because of my experience, you say that whatever I'm saying it might be little true and not mostly false, right? That is what you want to say, no? Cool. Okay, okay. So yeah, a lot of things are there which I want to cover in various ways. This was just one of the lecture, and maybe if you want to sometimes host me for some lecture, some such kind of lecture for the webinar or anything, or maybe once the lockdown gets over, maybe you want to call me up for the some 1 hour, 2 hour power talk on anything, or maybe I can talk for 16 hours on different subjects and we can keep this as a workshop also. Just keep it a point that if you want to involve me in that sessions, it can be a good insight. Okay, a lot of things are there. I just covered 5%, but slowly we will try to cover more sessions, more in such kind of sessions, so you can invite your friends also. Good. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. You can there are certain things which you can keep the information for yourself, and keep this information like a solid strong foundation for your in your work culture. And uh, certain things are there which we have to follow, like a business ethics and business rules, where we can't mix apple and oranges. So you follow your system, you try to stick to your system, whatever system or whatever thinking process is there, what school you are, with what background you are, I don't know. Okay, because there is tons of information and the knowledge on the Google and all over the world. But when it comes to science, we cannot change it, because it's a science, that is what it. And when it comes to the law, it is the law, it is, you cannot change it. If you are able to carry your body weight, अगर आप 125 kg भी रहेंगे, तो आप वो बंदे को 5 फुट 11 इंच 5 फुट 12 इंच को बोल नहीं सकते तो वो बीज है, अगर वो 125 किलो है तो। समझ में आ रहा है? अगर वो सब कुछ कर रहा है तो वो फिट है, फाइन है, सिस्टम अच्छा काम कर रहा है, कहानी खत्म, वहाँ पे पीरियड, एंड ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट. So everyone have a different perspective towards it, and every human is different. Every person, every anatomical structure, physiological structure, thinking process, countries, and lot of things are there are different. So you go to Russia, things are different. You come to India, things are different. You go to Indonesia, you will not find person not more than 5 feet 10 inches. I mean to say is that height is different, race is different, nutrition is different, and their upbringing is different. So, but based on my experience, which I'm trying to share, and plus been coaching since past 10 years in almost all parts of India. So, and most of these are coaches. So, the information what you're getting is the best in the world, I would say. Great. So maybe if you, there are a couple of things. If you have any specific, like a question to be or subject to be speak, like if you want me to speak about anything, just DM me, and maybe we'll try to connect in 2 weeks. Okay. Great. So yeah, maybe you want to leave some reviews on the uh, social media once I post it. Great. So I thank you, each one of you, for joining this session, and I wish you good luck, good health, and stay with passion, live with passion, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Take care.